Amanda, we are live. Who do you want to do a shout out to before we get this thing all kicked off?
I would love to do a shout out to my life partner, Dre, and thank him so much for being on this journey with me. And of course, my business partner, Michael, who is my best friend, confidant, brother, cousin, all of the above, who continues to support all of the things that I imagine, and he helps me help them become. So thank you to both of you and my parents,
Awesome. Dre and
my
Michael,
family.
here we go. How am I so lucky and I get to interview like all these amazing people like Miss Amanda Metzger? She's known as the Fix It Queen, you guys. She's graced national and regional conference stages with divine messages to spark change and foster personal professional growth. She's holding one of the most pivotal conferences this year. It's called the Mental Reset Conference. We're going to talk about that. She's got an upcoming book called Tales from the Fix It Queen. We're going to talk about that, and it's going to be amazing. So, Amanda, how are you?
I am fabulous. Today is the best day of my life.
Better than the yesterday, which was probably a pretty good day too, I bet.
That also was the best day of my life as of that day. I have
So
a funny way of looking at today and this moment, and today is the absolute best day of my life because it is the furthest I've gone in this life, and it's the closest I've come to my dreams and all the things I imagine becoming, so I can share them. So it is the best day of my life.
that is an amazing way of looking at things. There's right. This is the best day of your life. You made it this far. However many thousands of days that is, this is it, right?
I think about days in a different construct too. I look at things in terms of distance. And as we move on the outer edge of our universe and we swirl at 17.5 miles per second in an expansion, I think about not just days, but in a single day, we will go literally, what, 1.5 million miles. So I think about the
Wow.
distance we've traveled together and that journey becoming more in depth as we journey together through space and therefore time.
That's amazing. You never really think about it because we're sitting on the ball or the flat earth, depending on who you are and where you are. But I'm pretty much into the ball concept myself. And we're just, I even like the one where we're going this direction as opposed to this direction. So, but one of the things I want to talk to you about is, and it just fascinated me about you because I've never met anybody who was a clairsentient. And I've heard the
Wow.
word, I've read about the word, but I've heard clairvoyant, and you are clairsentient. What is the difference? I don't know.
Well, clairvoyancy is a tap in through a sixth sense, and it allows you to have premonitic capacity, so you could kind of see things. And clairsentient is a skill that I was born with, and that is a deep awareness of feeling. But there is some nuances to it. The depth at which I feel, like as a child, I remember being like made fun of because you could hurt my feelings, right? And I think a lot of people can get hurt feelings, and that's an empath side. But the
Uh-huh.
difference in clairvoyancy is more of a visualization versus clairsentient being a deep resonative feeling that is similar to an empath. But empaths have no ability to resist the amount of absorption of emotional energy surrounding them, whereas
Yeah.
clairsentience can't keep their frame control and be able to hold that space while observing from a deep empathic spot.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that
Mhm.
actually makes quite a bit of sense because I think a lot of people actually are empathic, whether or not they use it for whatever, they feel things and they don't know how to let it go. That clairsentient is completely different. That's like Star Trek level. I'm just saying that's different.
It is, let's just say, the ability to use the force in ways that most people don't have a emotional intelligence or level or capacity to.
Right.
So being reactive, and we all have a little bit of yin and yang in terms of empathic or let's just say selfish tendencies, and not seeing other people's vantage point. But the the gift is I was born deeply empathic. Like I feel so deeply. And as I grew up, I had the ability to hone my sentient ability to control what I would let into my center because I do feel that depth.
Is that something that can be taught, or does one have to actually be born with the clairsentience?
It has, it's not taught, it's sought. Um,
Okay.
so one thing to understand is on the empathic side of our human translative capacity within our brain, there is a pineal gland right in the center, and that is truly, I call it like um, the jewel that allows things to transfer through, and surrounding it is the emotional translation of our brain's function, like immediately around that. And so we all have the ability to tap into a sentient capability when we have control of the emotions that are subjected or imposed upon us, like somebody else's fear. When you're a kid, you're jumping
Mhm.
and they're like, don't do that, you're gonna fall. Oh,
Sure.
oh. And then not so much.
So
You don't have to fall.
does the clairsentient ability recognize things that are like in your immediate surroundings, or is it something that is um, more futuristic? How does that ability affect people that you talk to?
It's more of like a scent for a hound, where it's a sense. So my son will ask me if he loses something, Mom, use your magic. I lost the earbuds, and I will then go into his. I will astro travel, right, and
Okay.
basically take my energy and infuse myself into where he was and is, and then from there I will feel around and I'll walk around with my eyes closed until I locate where he last crossed the path with whatever he lost. So
You're the first person to bring up the astral travel. And now my brief and limited understanding of astral travel is you have to be like almost asleep and like lay down and do this. But you're saying you have the ability to do the astral travel, just like focus and do it because
yes.
okay, explain that one because that's you got to teach me that one.
Well, this is so great because during the Mental Reset Conference, we're going to be teaching segments of this skill. And what it is the ability to control your frequency of mind and the emission that comes out of it, that comes from alpha state into theta state, into delta state, into gamma, and into beta state. So when you understand the mental frequency that is emitted, which is controlled all from an emotional epicenter, you're able to basically bring yourself into like a dial. If you were taking a thermostat on your home and changing the degrees, and just turn it to what I call theta and alpha state, and my oscillation within my brain will resonate, and I'm able to then do different things with my psychic strengths as a clairsentient.
That's amazing. Is this something that takes people if they want to come to your conference and learn how to do this? Days to do, weeks to do, years to do? How is it working?
It all depends on their receptivity to believe the words that we are sharing with them and the examples as to how it's relevant to them. So everything is from their own experience and their readiness or receptivity. And if they have a lot of limiting beliefs, or they've had a lot of trauma that they have to still work through, or out what I call outside recordings that like are in their head, the scripts that are not theirs, it can take a little bit longer. And for people that are ready for it, they can adapt it in that conference, which is why we go over the format the way we do.
Okay. So for people who are going like, oh, Michael, please tell me more about this. Put up an address for us. I'm going to do that. We're not even close to done talking with you yet. But what is something that the mental reset conference.com they can go there and start looking? uh, around for stuff after the show after you get done talking. But
Yeah.
what are some of the things? What's like one thing you'll teach them at this conference? They can go like, "Oh man, I saw this on the show, and I want to go and learn more."
One thing that they will learn, they'll receive different tools, but one of the things that they'll learn with these tools are the ability to basically snap themselves into a different state. Literally, it'll snap them into a different state, which will give them access to different I guess, powers within their mind's capacity to imagine a different reality than the one that they're feeling and or existing in this moment. So state change will be like that.
Wow. So is the clairsentient state within one, or is it something that you have to draw into yourself? One has to draw into themselves before they can use it.
That is something that is an internal mechanism and a deep knowing of yourself. And as you understand your mental and emotional place, you're able to then make adjustments so you can see others for where their states are.
Yes.
But overall, it has the ability to develop further as you desire to learn more and from a point of yourself. Everything is an internal job.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
So you know something, I want people to know that you are clairsentient. You're doing this amazing conference. You're writing your book that's going to be released soon. But one of the things that's fascinating about you in the everyday world is they call you the Fix It Queen.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that so people know that you do like stuff. What's up with the Fix It Queen?
Well, as a child, I started fixing and tinkering things. I come from a blue collar background, so I'm a 24-year trades professional turned into technology CEO, where I build software solutions to fix the problems within our trades verticals. So, as the Fix It Queen, I fix things. I fix marketplaces with our service app Bid My Vid. And I also fix businesses with our academy called the Fix It Queen Academy. But most importantly, and which governs every aspect of myself as I am built from a place of service and servitude, is my desires to help people. And I use my clairsentient ability to fix people and fix minds. And I say that tongue in cheek because I can't fix anything. But what I do is I use my sentient capacity to receive solutions. When you come to me and you express you have a hardship or a problem, I don't see the problem. I see the solution and
Okay.
only the solution. And I see you living in that solution. So whether it's a personal challenge, a business challenge, people will come to me because they have some performance issues in their business. And I'm able to sense what is in a traumatic blockage that's keeping their business from performing. So oftentimes I'm dealing with the matters of the mind, which is one of the courses we're going to be going over in the mental reset conference, is the matter of mindset and the tools that come with that. So
I think what you just said about mindset is so important. And the fact that you started out this whole discussion that we're having with this is the best day of your life sets a mindset, right?
it's exciting. I wake up every morning. Okay, Michael. So this is me when I wake up, especially when the kids are here. I wake up and I kind of like checked. I'm like, I hear the breath, and with that, I realize I won. Like kind of like I won. I won. Kind of like coming to America when they wake up with the bag of money in the alley and they're like, Mortimer, we're back. We're back. And I wake up like that because I realize I won the life lotto. I'm here. I get an opportunity to move with passion and intention
Mm.
towards any and everything I dream and desire. And then my imagination starts growing and being like, okay, what am I going to do today to get me closer to my goals and my dreams? And that's how I start my day. I wake up the kids like it's Christmas morning. We won the life lotto. Wake up, and we have this like little jingle and song. But yeah, we won the life lotto. When we wake up, it can't get any better than that. Doesn't matter what the heck happens. We won.
That is an amazing way of looking at things, right? You just won because you're not 6 feet under. You're still on top, right? You're doing good. So, do your kids, are they if you instilled this in their minds now, so they get up and they go like, "I'm ready to go to school. I'm ready to do this."
They have the opportunity to live with a duality of reality because I have split custody, so they get to see two different hemispheres of what are probably labeled as maybe scarcity and fear-based methods versus positive and affirming and go get them. But with me, when they're with me, they definitely adapt more of my everything and anything is possible. There's never a no. I never tell them no. I just tell them not to put an expectation of time in the arrival of what they want. So if they feel deeply about it, I teach them about the power of the feelings. Okay,
Hmm.
so um, in our ability to create the world around us, a lot of people will act without knowing that what they imagine sparks their feelings, and they're tied together. And as you feel it deeply, you'll have thoughts surrounding it. If those thoughts don't continue to feel good, you could back the truck up and rewire your approach before you carry it into this world of words.
You actually muted yourself. You were so exciting that you muted yourself, or did I mute you? Let's see. Nope, it's all you. I like the whole thing about the words. There you are.
There we go. It's changed from my Bluetooth to I'm not sure why. We were testing that before. Am I still
It,
okay?
no, you're good right now. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I that's some of the things that we go in the reset conference about for empowering yourself to design the life you want to live.
Hmm.
My kids definitely get all of that facet, and there's whatever they dream and desire, it's a yes. And when they don't have any doubt towards it, it becomes a hell yeah. Like, oh, now they can get excited about it, and they get like this.
Yes.
Like, okay.
So, who should be coming to the mental reset conference? I'm gonna put it up on the screen again.
Mental Reset Conference is truly universal in its ability to help those that are ready. So, who should come are people that are desiring deeply to create a life that's worth living,
Okay.
who are tired of the status quo, people that are exhausted from what they have been doing because it doesn't work and it never has. Um,
Gotcha.
yeah,
When they leave the conference, what's gonna be the change that they see? And by the way, you have a promo code for this conference
I
also. Money.
do. I do. So the biggest change that they're going to see in that conference is the power of, I suppose you can consider it the power of the pivot of right now. It'll almost be like a poof
Hmm.
of awareness that they don't have to do anything but do what they need to right now, and it will set them up for the next moment. And we're doing it in December specifically because my conference partner, JC Soto, um, we're looking at people in their resolutive perspectives, resolutions, the first of the year. And the thing about that is that can set people up for anxiety, which creates almost two magnets in the wrong directions and they never match together. So when we pull away this theory of resolutions and the effect of that commitment, and we go into the fact that tomorrow never comes, and it's always now. When you wake up, it feels like right now. They're going to have this ability to readjust, realign, and re-engage in their life from that moment forward. There will never be another moment of disappointment from getting further and further of missing a goal because the goal is always on its way if you're turned in the right direction.
What's I agree with you 100%. And the earlier I said I need you to help me. One of my friends, Clarence, is watching the show right now, and he says you need to get to need her to help you in your business. I like her, so
Well, thank you, Clarence. Um, I
that's
operate
awesome.
again from a sense. I allow you, as the person seeking answers, to use my translator to speak to yourself, to hear words that you aren't ready to hear from yourself. Everything's an inside job, but sometimes we need help along the way. And so, my skill set as a business coach and mentor often comes in my ability to change states and to basically step out and pull myself out of my space so you can have a conversation with yourself in
Okay.
a manner that you're able to receive it because it's not coming from you, because there may be a limiting belief that what you say to yourself doesn't have any weight.
Gotcha. By the way, is the Mental Reset conference online or is it physical?
It is both. There are going to be, because we are going to be live streaming the event, you're going to be able to purchase digital conference tickets for out of state, but it's also going to be held here in Denver, December. I have to look exactly at the dates. I think it's 3rd and 4th. It'll be on the conference website, but it'll be in person as well. So you're going to be able to do either or, and that's
Awesome.
available.
Okay, apparently Clarence is going to make me go, and I'm going to drag him with me online. So awesome. I've loved talking with you for this last, what's it been now, 20 some minutes. And it's amazing. It goes too quick. So we're going to have to get you back on. I got to talk about the Astral Park because I definitely want to figure out how to do that. And maybe you'll be able to help me with my business too. So all
I'm
kinds of
ready.
fun.
I'm ready to help you wherever you want. The key is that you must ask first and understand in yourself that you believe that I might offer something that could improve your business or your life approach.
I believe that that is 100% true. So we will have you back on again, Amanda Metzger. Let's do this thing. Say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you guys in the future. Okay?